Record the Movie podcast, where Sean
and Mampy
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
And guess what we saw?
Sinners.
Sinners. We are all sinners.
Yeah. Oh, toy. We're all sinners.
We're all sinners.
Come down to the vampire place. We're going to kill ya.
We love being vampires. It's really nice.
Tito, tilly-to,
Tito.
What do you think about this movie, Sinners? This is, by the way, Sinners, if in case you're wondering, Sinners, directed and written by Ryan Coogler, starring Michael B. Jordan, among others.
Yes, among others. Michael B. Jordan, and then the rest of the cast. I knew the one guy who has been in a lot of stuff.
Who's that?
He's kind of always the wise, like, old black guy who's like, now let me tell you something, man.
Oh, yes,
I forget his name, but he's a great actor. I love his stuff. Every time I'm like, he's just always solid. He's gonna be there for you. If you need him.
What is it?
Deliver a line.
Is he so far down on the list of... What do you mean?
I was trying to cover for Sean as he scrolled to find the name, but...
Oh, it's Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo, of course.
It's obviously Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo.
I mean, there's really only...
There's only one Delroy Lindo.
There's only one Delroy Lindo.
Big fan. Love what he did in this.
Why? Let me ask you this. If you work for IMDb...
Yes, tell me.
Why is the cast set up where the main characters are really low?
Yeah, very odd. Sometimes I'm like, what are they doing?
It's in credits order. What?
In credits order?
Well, that's not very helpful. Why did they put it in credits order?
Don't put it in credits order. We need it in just regular, we can write it down order.
Yeah, just show me, if I were working for the Internet Movie Database.
Which you very well may be soon.
Really? Did I get an offer?
You never know.
Oh, that sounds great.
With
I can't wait.
This podcast.
So there's like 5 main characters. I would put them up at the top.
Yeah, just...
Oh, there she is. Wunmi Mosaku is Annie. Okay, sorry. That was a tough one. I was just trying to find the main people.
I know. I've had that happen. I go, I know this person's in this movie. And then they're like the 50th slot. And you go, why are they hidden? I don't understand. Why?
Mampy?
Yeah?
I hate to ask you this so early in the podcast,
no,
but what
please.
did you think of this movie?
No, it's okay. I was ready to answer you before, and I am still ready now.
I was ready before you even born.
Before you were born, I was thinking about this question.
I was thinking about Sinners before you even born.
Yes. I thought it had a lot of good stuff in it.
Okay.
And I have some things to say about it for sure, but I had a mostly good time. I do have some negatives.
Yeah.
There's negatives I can't pretend aren't there. I'm not going to go in and go, wow, Mr. Coogler, you made a perfect film.
I don't think he made a perfect movie either.
Didn't make a perfect movie, but it was fun. It had some cool ideas.
It is a lot of fun.
It had some spooky stuff where I went, ooh.
Some spooky stuff.
Some goofy stuff where I went, ha ha ha.
They made some choices.
There were
We've been asking for choices.
Finally, a movie that just decides to do something and stick with it.
Yeah.
I like that.
And sometimes it doesn't stick with it, but in a cool way.
Yeah, where you go, it ain't the way I thought it'd be.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I thought about the same thing.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty funny, pretty fun, quite filthy.
Yeah.
There were some good murders. I love when a man or a woman is murdered.
Oh yeah, that's huge for me.
So it was good. I liked when they got murdered.
It was like, whoa, shit.
Yeah. I liked white representation. There, Not enough movies these days have white representation, and this one showed us how we really are.
Oh, yeah, it really did.
And it made me feel seen. I liked it.
I felt after, it kind of gave me the opposite effect of the Bob Dylan movie, where I was like, no, this is the feeling I'm supposed to feel when I hear white people playing this type of music. Yeah. I'm supposed to be like kind of a little bit freaked out. Tar.
We like to have fun. Don't you want to have some fun with us?
We do your music, but a little bit different. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Aren't we all just the same?
We're all that's what this movie was all about. It's like, it doesn't matter what skin color you are. If I bite you, we'll all be the same.
That's true.
We'll all be stuck in an eternal night.
Yeah.
But killed instantly if we...
We'll get some clothes eventually. Think about cool clothes eventually. If you did stay for the after credit sequence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. There's a post-credit. Well, actually, not a spoiler alert.
There is a post-credit scene.
But we will be spoiling soon. Sinners, this is what happens in the movie. There's some boys. Well, there's some men. Sorry. Specifically, they are not boys. There's a whole scene about it. But there is one young man who's on the edge of boyhood, on the edge of manhood. And there's two brothers, Smoke and Stack, played by Michael B. Jordan as Smoke and Michael B. Jordan as Stack. And they are coming back to town. They're in, I think, Alabama. Somewhere terrible.
Yeah.
And with all due respect, they're somewhere really bad. And they are buying an old mill to turn into a juke joint, which, for the uninitiated, is a place where you dance.
You get juked.
And listen to music. And drink liquor. And beer. And I think that's it.
What's it called? Corn. They call it like corn liquor.
Corn liquor.
Give me some of that corn liquor.
Give me some of that corn liquor. It is not a spoiler because it's all basically a lot of it in the movie trailer.
Yes.
Their fun night is haunted, literally, by a bunch of vampires.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want to eat you.
We're going to eat you up.
But we want to set you free. Don't you want to be free? And that's kind of what the movie's about.
That's it.
It's like you could think of it as Black from Dusk Till Dawn. You could think of it as maybe Black Near Dark. Like any of these cool vampire movies that are sort of like one movie that turns into another movie. It's kind of like those.
It is kind of like those.
But with its own thing. That's all I can think of. That's basically what it is without spoiling it. And I would love to spoil this movie.
Please, crack it open.
I'm ready to tell you about my favorite part of the movie. But first, our friends at Magic Mind.
Whoa.
I'd like to talk to you about our good friends at Magic Mind. They make a little elixir. You've had this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Big fan.
It's a delicious... I mean, it basically tastes like green tea and some other sweet stuff, but it has a whole bunch of stuff in there. It has nootropics, adaptogens, antioxidants, and immunity support. It gets you going, and it keeps you going.
That's
true.
It
makes you clear.
I love being... Oh, man.
My brain goes sort of like...
Oh, especially we're in allergy season. You're going to be clogged up. You're going to want something that makes you go, wow, I have some clarity on this situation.
My nose is all the way clogged up.
Yeah.
I have not been breathing at night.
Which is a time when you really need to be able to breathe.
It's one of the top two parts of day when you need to breathe.
Exactly.
Daytime. Nighttime. Probably more important at night because you're not awake.
And what's the right time to be drinking Magic Mind?
You can do it in the morning.
We can do it in the morning.
It'll get you going. It's got a little caffeine, but not the kind of caffeine that makes you feel like really shaky and terrible.
A fiend, yeah.
It's got like the perfect amount of caffeine. It's got green tea. It's very tasty. It's very tangy, and it's tiny, so if you're even one of those people who's like, I can't handle the tangy, you can just shoot it and you're done with. But if you want some tangy sips, sometimes I just sip it.
I'm a sipper, I gotta say. I like to make it last. I'm like, man, if this thing was a giant bottle, I'd probably drink it too. I like it. I'm like, I like the tangy.
This guy likes tangy. We like tangy, and we want you to get some Magic Mind for yourself. Please. We've got a code. We've got a code.
Oh my god!
If you go to magicmind.com/FCLT20, that is magicmind.com/FCLT20, you can get 20% off of a one-time purchase.
I love it.
And you just go and you click, and it's going to say, you've been given a wonderful gift.
Yes.
And you just say, you can say thank you to the world.
Thank you, world.
But with your hand, you just click on that thing.
Just a quick, that's it. It's 2 seconds.
And you just got to go to magicmind.com/FCLT20. And after that, I would suggest talking to your good friend about the best part of Sinners, which I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah,
if you don't
I
mind.
say you do it. Tell me about it.
This has a big spoiler. A big spoiler.
If you have not left yet,
spoiler.
I don't really know what to tell you anymore.
Oh, spoiler alert!
Hello.
Spoiler alert!
Look out!
Spoiler! Right, guys! There's a moment very near the end.
Yes.
Where they have, or some of them have survived the night. You know, all the vampires have burned. Smoke is still a regular guy. He ain't no vampire. Stack, I get bad news.
I got real bad news.
Unless you're into being a vampire, in which case I've got good news. And Smoke has decided that he's not done with this night, because last night the vampire was like, "You guys are screwed. The KKK is going to come and kill you. I'm your buddy. Whether he is their buddy, you know, maybe he's fooling with them, but maybe he's kind of their. Who knows?
Who knows?"
And he's like, the KKK. Their whole plan was to sell you this, then to kill you and just take back the land.
Crazy.
It's a great deal for them.
Yeah.
Since they're evil.
They're very evil.
And Smoke says, you know what I'm going to do? I've got a case that was mentioned earlier. And I'm going to bring it out, and it's got like a Tommy gun and a machine gun. We were in World War I, so we've got like cool-ass guns.
Yeah.
And a few hand grenades.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I'm going to kill every last one of these.
Get them all.
KKK motherfuckers. And that was really fun, so he's killing them. But he gets shot. And a kudos to the movie, because like people in the theater with me were actually like, oh no. Like audibly, like, oh, like they cared enough about the character that they cared that he got shot.
I thought you were talking about, oh no, to the KKK.
Don't kill those kids.
What do you do?
Well, how do you know they are?
How do you, they're not
just
all
saying
bad.
The N-word.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Oh.
No, it was, they were sad because Smoke had been shot.
Oh.
And I was too.
I was too.
There's one KKK guy left. Smoke gets a cigarette, and he sits down, and we hear a baby's cry. Earlier in the film, we have learned that Smoke and his girlfriend, or someone sort of wife-ish girlfriend, Annie, had lost their child. So this is already pretty powerful. And they cut to her, Annie, breastfeeding the baby. And she's all in white. It's very beautiful. Smoke's all like covered in blood and sweaty, and she is like very pristine, and she's got a beautiful white dress, and her hair looks great, and the sun is very beautiful, and like you just instantly know that either he's gonna die, or he just has some contact with the other world because she has already died. And it really got me. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, I got really touched, too.
Like, it reminded me a lot of last year, the Killers of the Flower Moon scene, where like, there's this kind of quick cut to the afterlife, the feeling of the afterlife.
Yeah.
And it was just really powerful stuff.
I agree. I went, oh, man, it made my heart go, oh.
And also, they managed to make it still kind of kick ass because he, like, also shoots a KKK guy at the end.
Yeah, it's kind of like, hey, you found peace, but also this other guy's got to go. Like,
he cannot live.
He ain't learned nothing. He needs to just be gone.
Man, he did not learn nothing. Not a nice guy.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite part. Just like a great scene to sort of, not really, but kind of end the movie on. Mm-hmm. Where it's like... And also, I think an interesting scene with respect to the themes of the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, like, so much of it is like, do you want to be alive in this world?
Yeah.
In this horrible world? Do you want to live? Or do you want to be stronger?
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, well, I just want to live the way I've been living.
Yeah.
Except he dies.
Yeah.
And then he gets to go to, hopefully, fingers crossed, a nice afterlife and not to hell or wherever the
with
vampires
his lady. I think he's going with his lady.
I'm hopeful.
His baby. Now the question is, does the baby grow up or is it a forever heaven baby? This was the question I had. I don't know. I don't know anything yet.
I would hope it grows up.
We'll find out.
You don't. I mean, if you're going to heaven, you want to have your baby for a little while just to have baby time. But
baby time.
You don't want to. Have a baby
forever. Yeah.
You don't want to be like changing diapers for eternity, right?
Yeah, I hope not. Or do you even need diapers in heaven? This movie posed a lot of questions. That's what I loved about it. It posed a lot of questions.
It posed questions it didn't even know it was posing.
It's like, wait a minute. So you're saying that there's a baby.
There's a heaven baby.
Heaven baby. That would be a good movie. Heaven baby.
I'll write it down.
Yeah.
Mampy, did you even like one part of this movie?
I did. I had a gyro.
You had a beef lamb gyro?
Yes, I did have a beef lamb gyro. And I have to say, few movies do this, especially movies that have a horror element.
Yeah.
But I thought they set up the characters very well.
Yes.
They actually took time to make them feel real and rich. And so that when things started getting eerie, I was like, oh no, I actually care about these people.
Yes.
And like they have like real families and lives. So I was like, shit. So the more of them that died, the more I was like, oh no.
Yes, that's true.
It had stakes, which I'm a huge fan of stakes in movies.
You love steaks.
So I don't eat them in real life, but I want them in movies,
But you want steaks like a different meaning of steaks,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, does anything matter? And
does anything matter?
Yes. Mattered in this movie, which I liked. I thought that was fun.
I think there's probably some people who went just for a horror movie.
Yeah.
And they were probably like, wow, this sure is like an hour and 15 minutes of setup.
Yeah.
Or maybe it wasn't that long, but it was quite a long time of them like getting to know each other, us getting to know them. But it was a ton of fun.
No, I was like, this... Yeah, I almost wish there was a way to sell the movie without knowing any of the vampire stuff, because that would have been such a crazy, like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, one of my favorite parts was when the vampire gets introduced.
It's
really just
cool.
Such a, you cut from all these people just like talking, getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And suddenly just, boom, this man lands from the sky.
Yeah, he like jumps over the camera.
Yeah. It's like, whoa, what the?
He's smoking.
He's on fire because he's clearly some kind of creature from another world.
He's being chased by like Choctaw or someone.
Choctaw is on his fucking feet, y'all.
Which is pretty cool.
It was great. I love that.
Whole different movie waiting for us.
I know. I was like, I want to know, what happened with them and
Choctaw Vampire Hunters sounds cool.
That should be the name of the movie.
Choctaw Vampire
Hunters. This season on Choctaw Vampire Hunters. It's like a series that goes for 7 seasons.
Sounds great. I won't watch it.
Yeah,
I do not watch series. But if they make a movie out of it, I'll watch it.
Once the movie comes out about the show,
yeah,
you're gonna be there.
I will be there.
I'm
here.
Too.
That I too loved the fact that they just set up some characters. I was very wary of the fact that there are 2 Michael B. Jordans.
Yes, it's a little scary.
But they separate them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But also, like, when they're together, it's pretty seamless. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, it's not one of those things where, like, sometimes twin movies, you're like, they're just trying to prove how much they can put the twins in the same scene together or whatever. So, like, wow, look, movie magic.
Yeah.
But in this, it was kind of like, okay, well, they're sort of moving as characters in a movie would. Like, they're not standing right next to each other for the whole movie.
No, I feel like a lot of movies do that. And this one, like, it did its thing. It was like, okay, we'll show them first. We'll set it up. We'll do some impressive, like, they're handing stuff to each other. Mm-hmm. Then we'll kind of separate them a bit, which was, I thought that was a great choice.
That's plenty.
Yeah, we got it. We know. And, yeah, their characterizations are different enough, and he acts them different enough that it was, like, convincing. Did it have to be that way? I don't know. I maybe found myself going, I kind of almost would have liked it just a different actor and just said the brothers, but whatever.
There could have been a totally different actor.
Yeah, I think it would have
been great. I don't know who
as well. No idea who. No clue.
I mean, I bet there's probably some other, like, incredibly strong and handsome black actor who's like 33.
And they just didn't go with him.
Tweet at us at FoodCourtCast, who is an incredibly strong and handsome black actor who's around Michael B. Jordan's age.
Yeah, let us know.
In your dream casting, who would you cast? Not instead of both Michael B. Jordans. We want one. I would probably keep him as Smoke.
I think he worked best as Smoke. I think he was best as Smoke.
But you find us an evil brother.
Find us an evil brother.
Or, alternately, is he evil?
Now that is the real question. See, again, the movie is just riddled with questions.
It's sopping wet.
Yeah. Soaked up.
Dripping
with
and questions. A question, and I want to know the answer.
I was thinking it'd be crazy if there was another actor, and then Michael B. Jordan was like, you know what? I could probably play both of them. And they were like, all right.
Would you get out of here?
Yeah, and they just didn't like each other, so he was like, hey, Mr. Coogler, would you mind if I played both? And he goes, yeah, why not?
Yeah. Have you heard Ryan Coogler's voice?
I heard him talking about basing the bag off Puss in Boots, but I don't really remember.
It's really cool.
I don't remember it.
He's like just incredibly Southern.
I love it, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's just like, I was directing this movie about vampires. It's like, oh, hell yeah. Cool.
They were doing the casting, and he was like, oh, yeah, we'll have the other guy play him. And what they thought they heard was we'll have Michael B. Jordan play both twins. But he said, no, we'll have the other guy. But it was too late by the time they showed up on the set. So
it worked out. It was okay.
Did. Yeah, it worked.
You know what else I loved?
What did you like?
I liked Delroy Lindo. We discussed him earlier.
Oh, my gosh. He's so
I was looking for him for so long, but you can't see my list, but he's just on there. I'm an idiot. I just didn't look up onto the screen where I have my notes. And his name is on it. Delroy Lindo plays Delta Slim. He's played a million great characters in a million great movies.
It's true.
This really is great maybe not indicative of his talent in general, but I was watching Congo the other day, and he plays like this general of a militia group in Congo, and he's just awesome. He's really fun.
He says to Tim Curry? It's so funny.
Oh. Don't eat my sesame cake.
It's so funny. Don't eat my sesame cake.
He says it a few times. And then Tim Curry's like, well. It's really, what a picture.
I remember loving that as a kid. I have not watched it since. But...
It's the same movie you remember. I mean, it's real crazy.
Yeah.
There's definitely like a laser and shit. It's good.
I kind of miss when we would just make movies just insane, like no logic at all, like vague logic.
There's no lasers in movies anymore.
Yeah, they've taken them away.
Just put a laser in there.
Bring it back.
It's easier than ever to put a laser in a movie. And they don't do it.
They just don't do it anymore. I miss the lasers.
Well, Delroy Lindo is wonderful. He plays Delta Slim, kind of veteran blues musician. He plays piano. He plays harmonica. And he's just kind of like a cool, funny guy.
Yeah.
To be cool and funny. Like, there's lots of cutaways to him that are just for the purpose of, like, a little punchline. Lots of, like, bad thing happens. They cut to him. He takes a sip of whatever liquor, and you go, he's right. This sucks.
Yeah.
This is bad. You better drink. But he's just really... I mean, he's always wonderful, but he's just wonderful.
No, from the moment he appeared, I went, uh-oh, it's about to be good.
Good.
And it was. I liked everything about it. I love when he's sitting, watching the door, and he's like, oh, yeah, Stack's right in there. Just go on in, and they're having sex, so the kid walks in, and he's like, he's just such a cut-up. He's a cut-up.
He's good. He's good.
I thought he was great. I love the scene was very touching where they first pick him up and they're driving back and he's just he like calls out to all the people, the prisoners like working.
They're like on a work. What is that called?
I don't know.
Work jail work.
Jail workers.
Work line.
Chain gang.
Chain gang. Yes.
Chain gang.
That's the sound of the men working on the chain.
It made me so sad. They're like driving by, and they didn't do like a full on flashback. You just hear like sound effects of the thing, and it just broke my heart. I was like, oh my god.
He's just talking about his friend, and they just killed him, and it's real sad.
It's just over the last summer I went to the Museum of African American History. Woo! You want to see me cry? You take me to the lower floors of that museum. I will be in tears.
I will.
Anything like that, it does make me quite sad. But that's the power of film. It can.
Are you saying you don't like when the KKK?
I don't. I really don't. I get it. I know they're coming together.
Hot take.
They're having a.
It's a hot take. You heard it here first.
I've never been into it. I think the outfits are scary, one. I think their activities, not great. I would not like to be around that. 3, just like, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing here, folks?
Burning crosses? Not into that?
You burn... It just doesn't even make sense anymore. Y'all, you just do something productive.
Yeah.
And nice.
Why don't you stop burning crosses and start...
planting trees.
Planting trees. Making candles.
Make candles. Give them to your neighbors of all colors, varieties, shapes, and sizes.
Even if they're like Costa Rican or Venezuelan or something. I know y'all aren't into that right now, but give them a candle for Christ's sake.
Give them a fucking candle. Jeez.
You know what else I liked about this?
What you liked about it?
There's the one big scene, which I will talk about.
Tell me.
Which I thought was good. I don't really have much bad to say about the one big scene. Do you know what I'm talking about, the one big scene?
No, I don't know.
Where he, like, breaks through space and time with his power of the blues?
Yes.
I like that scene.
I thought it was a fun idea.
Yeah. There's like a twin to that when the vampires are having their vampire party.
Yeah.
And he's doing, like, Irish step dancing, and they're playing the music, and he's out there, and it's, like, simultaneously, like, really fun and also terrifying.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, they're, like, really playing a cool song. He's singing it well, like, he's got a really cool voice, but they're also, like, all of their eyes are lit up with evil.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
Though, some of them do have different colored eyes. Did that mean something to you?
I don't know. Like some had the red evil eyes, some had like bluish. White, some had blue. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just the purity of your soul or something. I don't know.
Maybe
you can still have an okay soul but be a vampire man.
That's possible.
Or woman. Or any
person. Tweet at us at FoodCourtCast. Has there been trans vampire representation?
Well, I would hope so. That's where they're from, Transylvania.
Like a 700-pound snare drum.
Yeah. Everything blows up.
Tears my clothes off like fucking Akira or something.
You expand until there's a ball of organs. White explosion takes everything.
That's a great idea.
My name is Sean. That's the
Sean! Tetsuo! Sean!
But I just like that.
I like that Irish folk dance thing.
Yes.
Because one, like, normally I find Irish music to be sort of unbearable.
Yeah.
Because it's just like and it just like fucking annoys me. But I thought this music was really good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
And it was also like really I thought it made the movie much more rich than it would have been if like they were just evil or whatever. Because the vampires are maybe evil. Maybe.
Yeah, they seem scary, at least.
They're bad in some ways because they kill, unless you buy into the fact that he does want more people. He does want people to live forever. It's tough to tell.
We can't tell from this guy's
But I find it interesting. A lot of people have been pointing out on the internet that like it is sort of similar to like the black bluesmen of the day moving to Chicago or somewhere like that and having these kind of like white record owners, like record company guys, record them and get all their money.
Yes,
and it is that, but I think it is interesting that Stack and Mary, like two of the main characters, are turned into vampires and then later seem to sort of enjoy it.
Yeah, they're like, this is great.
Yeah, I mean, I miss being a human, but I'm pretty happy.
I'll be fine. Yeah, I do like that they also showed that Preacher Boy, now grown up, Sandy.
Yes.
He's like, I think I've seen enough of this. I don't really want to be around anymore.
If you turned me into a vampire when I was like 19, sure.
Well, yeah,
I'm fucking 75.
Yeah,
Why would I want to be 75 forever?
Forever, yeah.
Are you fucking insane?
Let's just let me go.
Yeah, just let me go.
Yeah.
But I just enjoyed the fact that like in there's a lot of interesting gray area.
Yeah.
And there's also, to me at least, like there is a lot about the fact that like, okay, the Irish had not as bad, but a very similar experience to black folks. Like they were in England. The English were beating the shit out of them and like making them starve to death and stuff. And then they moved to America and it kind of was the same. Though they didn't end up being slaves. They were probably a lot of them were sharecroppers or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But like the fact that their experiences are sort of similar and he's just kind of like, we can get out of this. We can be the most powerful beings is really an interesting thought to me.
It is interesting. Yeah, it adds a bit of dimension to it.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, you can take them as just evil vampires, which in some ways they are. They're killing everybody. But he truly does, at the very least, seem like, wouldn't it be fun to be a vampire?
Yeah, exactly.
Whether that is for evil or good. Yeah. It's just kind of like, he just likes being a vampire and would like other people to be a vampire.
Exactly. Just want to bring y'all into the family. Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Our music is different than yours, but it's still fun.
Exactly. Which I think that maybe is the sinister side of like, hey, I'll bring you in, but you'll do what I tell you, and you'll be a part of my thing.
Yes.
And your thing won't exist as much anymore, but you'll be a part of my family. It's like,
that's true.
This is a little bit interesting what they're saying here.
They do sort of have a group think, though, so you wonder how much like if there's like 75 black vampires and 4 white vampires, do you think that the blues takes over?
That's a good question. I mean, this brought up a huge question because we're already past spoilers. We're way past spoilers.
We spoiled.
Stack and Mary, yeah, they like escaped somehow.
Yeah. So
they weren't like completely hypnotized.
That's true.
Somehow got away from being just like burned in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wonder like how much. Maybe if you have a really strong self-image, you just you can't it can't be broken.
I mean, that guy is the main vampire dude, Remick. I think.
I don't know his name.
I think it's Remick. He tweet at us at Food Courtcast. Let us know what is his name. I feel like he is. He's been a vampire for fucking forever.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes he talks like he's a Southern dude when it's useful, but also like his main when he's like talking for real, he is just an Irish dude. He's got an Irish brogue, and you're like, oh, okay, interesting.
Something's up.
This guy's been around.
Yeah, he's been around for a bit.
What else is good about this movie?
I thought the practical effects were fun. I loved the gore. That was cool. I was like, ooh.
When people were getting slashed and there was blood coming out, especially when Delroy Lindo, R.I.P., slashes his arm with like a beer bottle.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
It looks gross.
I was like, yikes.
It's really cool.
Yeah, they did a good job with the freaky stuff. I liked when the vampires would kind of fly. They kind of did a good job of like kind of cutting before like really showing it, which I liked. I thought that was not like when Mary's walking away from the 3 musicians because she's like, something's up with these freaks, and then
I don't like these guys.
They don't quite show it, which I thought was nice. They were a little sparingly, and then they let it get all nutty, crazy, wild. Yeah. But I really liked that, and yeah, I thought it was really fun once the scary stuff started happening. I was like, uh-oh.
Do you have things that you hated about this movie?
Yes, I do. I don't know, hated, but I definitely would have been like, maybe change that just a tiny bit.
It's time to talk lo mains.
Lo mains.
Oh, yeah.
This is a common lo mein for me, if you don't mind me going first.
I would love it.
So I thought, much like my response, I thought it needed to be edited down a little bit.
Yeah.
I was, got the editor brain. I was like, man, if we just took out a little chunk of this.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of goes back to my Euro, actually.
Oh.
Yes, they set up everybody really well. But then they were like, what if we continued to set them up even past what we needed them to be set up and just keep setting them? And I was like, okay, like let's just let the movie happen now to these characters we care about. And I felt like they kept adding scenes of them being like, well, yeah, remember when we were back? It's like, can we just get the movie going? Like, we don't need this 20-minute scene before let's get the shindig going. So I thought that was my low man. I just would have cut it down a bit.
Just go to cut to the shindig.
Yeah, cut to the dang shindig, y'all.
You know what got me?
What?
You know what my low main is?
What was it? And
this is not that terrible, but it is kind of annoying. So before this big scene, the big centerpiece of the movie is the before slightly discussed part where Preacher Boy, the young man who's been playing the blues, he plays the blues so hard that it defies time and space.
Yes.
And it brings back ancestors, sort of. And people from the future.
Futures.
Who are playing like rock and rap and trap and various like Chinese kind of folk music and African stuff and all sorts of stuff in like a cool stew.
Yes.
But that scene begins with a retread of like the opening moments.
Yeah.
The movie begins with like, I think it's Annie talking about how, some cultures believe that there's people who play the music so good that they can get in touch with the past and future. They can get in touch with their ancestors, and the people come forward after that. And they're like, the Irish people had this, the Chinese people had this, and the West African people had this. And then right at the beginning of the scene in the middle, they play some of the speech again.
Yeah.
And it's like, I knew what was happening.
Yeah.
Now, maybe this is just some attempt to make it clear for very dumb people. But I don't think that's how you should make movies.
No, yeah.
I think when a guy with a guitar shows up, you're like, oh, that's weird. But like once there's a DJ and a guy playing a djembe, and there's like one of those guys in the big outfits with the like fluffy head things, and there's like like Chinese opera guys. Yeah. It's like, well, I think I remember the first thing they said to me.
It would have been...
Maybe people are dumb. I don't know.
I think it would have made more sense to just leave it without a...
Just leave it without.
Voiceover. That feels very producer watching it. Wait, why is there... It's like...
Who knows? I mean...
Yeah.
Maybe they're just simply trying to like make even the dumbest people feel like they understand what's going on. And that's probably pretty nice. But I just think... once there's more than one or two different people, it becomes obvious.
Yeah.
Like, he's playing the moment in the beginning when she's like, there's people who can play the music so good that they do magic, essentially. You're like, well, I guess that's going to happen in this movie.
Yeah.
And then you're introduced to two musicians. So you're like, well, I bet one of these two musicians is going to do it.
Yeah.
And then... his first time playing in front of the audience, the preacher boy starts to play, and crazy shit starts to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I just went, well, I guess that's him doing the thing.
I love it. I think that's great.
So just get rid of the exposition. I don't need exposition.
I almost anytime a movie does that or like plays a line back, like what is that? I Am Legend. The butterflies, Daddy. Like it's like we don't need we can see the butterfly. Like we don't need to have the. It's that type of stuff has always bothered me. It's like all right,
it's really too bad.
And I thought that scene was really creative and cool.
Yeah,
there is like a hokiness I can't get around sometimes. Where I'm like. Yes. This is kind of stupid, too. So
it's a little hokey.
I struggled. Yeah, I was like, I get what they're doing, and I think that's really meaningful and, like, impactful, but it also just is kind of stupid, like, at the same time. It was this weird, like, when the beat comes in, it's like, hey, I was like, it's kind of like, it is cool. Like, that is great. We've done so much cool, like, different music, but it starts to become kind of silly. Or, like, the ladies, like, doing the butt dance, you know? Like, that would happen at my, like, middle school and high school, like, growing up. I was like, this is, like, so dumb to me. But, hey, I'm sure someone was watching that and it was like, that was me. I was doing that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I applaud them trying it. Like, like you said, like, they made a choice. They're like, let's do it.
They absolutely went for it.
And showing the, like, building without any of the walls.
Cool.
And there's just, like, flames around it, and that's how the vampire could see everything.
Yes.
It's kind of cool. I was like, that's a fun idea.
Yeah, and a cool way to introduce them to the other scene.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I could hear the music. I could tell that, like, magic shit was happening. So I came this way because that seems pretty cool. I
like magic. I'm a vampire.
Yeah. It's my main thing.
And I love the musicians, like, them coming up and being like, oh, we'd sure love to.
Yeah, we'd love to. And then they play, like, a pretty song.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's pretty, but
go ahead.
A little bit creepy. I think they found a good way to find songs that were like, this is kind of creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Getting creepy vibes.
Another thing that slightly annoyed me about that scene, the first guy who comes out is like a sort of Parliament Funkadelic looking guitarist, which is fine.
Yeah, sure.
Like he makes a very obvious transition.
Yeah.
But I just didn't feel like the guitar he was playing sounded like a Parliament Funkadelic guitar playing.
Yeah.
It was like a little more shreddy, kind of like heavy metal-ish sounding. And that's just not what I picture when I picture like Eddie Hazel funkadelic stuff.
Yeah,
like he plays lots of crazy stuff, but it doesn't seem so shreddy. Yeah, so I wasn't like I was just confused by that choice because it's like, well, he doesn't sound like what the guy from Funkadelic sounds like. The guy from Funkadelic sounds sort of like even more kooky, like Jimi Hendrix. Not like, I don't know. With all due respect,
I wonder if that was like a result of them trying to fit it into this already like old Southern black hymn kind of song. Yeah, but I don't know. It was a choice, and I applaud them for trying.
Yeah. What did you have other low mains?
I really hated when they just forced the plot point of like I forget her name. Is it Annie? The lady who just like yells, "Come on in!" and like.
Oh, what is her name?
I don't know.
Chinese lady.
Yeah, she's
internet will tell me.
They're like the shop owners in
her
the town.
Her name is. Oh.
I don't remember what her name is.
Interesting.
Is there?
I think it's Grace.
Grace. Okay. I'm sorry.
Is that
her? Picked a random name that sounded like perhaps.
Wait, is that her or is that the daughter? No, that's her name is Grace.
Okay, good.
I think. Tweet at us if I'm a liar.
Her husband's out there and she wants to get to their kid, which I totally get.
Sure.
But it just felt like they were just forcing the movie to move. Like,
yes.
It was like, why couldn't she just run out there and if she was that desperate? I just didn't get it. I was like, there were a couple of choices like that where I was like, why? I don't understand really why these people are doing that. Or like even Slim killing himself, basically. I was like, get it, but I don't understand why. I was like, did he get bit? Like my brain was like, maybe he got bit and that's why he killed himself. But I
don't think so.
Wasn't shown well enough if that's what happened. So I was like, I don't understand why these things are happening. Like, it was a little bit odd at times.
I think they were like, well, we got too many characters.
Yeah, we gotta get...
There's got to be 4 left by the end. Yeah. So we got to get rid of a few.
Yeah.
In general, this happens in almost every movie, but because like the practical things were so cool, anything that looked very computery, I thought sucked.
It's tough, yeah.
Like there were a few moments I saw it in IMAX with laser.
Ooh.
So I had some full
laser
IMAX high 143 supermassive stuff in there.
Wow.
And there was some stuff that maybe I wouldn't have noticed on a slightly smaller screen. I don't know. But there's like one scene when they're at the train station where they must have done a pickup or something. Because like most of the train station stuff looks good. But there's like one cutaway to just Stack and Preacher Boy, sorry. And Country Boy. He's a little bit of both. Mm-hmm. There's one cutaway to them talking in the back. It looks like so fake.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they're just so clearly in a different place.
Yeah.
And some of the time when they're driving through the cotton fields, like the backgrounds sometimes looked great, and then occasionally it was like, okay, they just weren't outside anymore.
Yeah.
Which is when the movie is like 80 feet high and 60 feet wide, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's funny.
And the fire.
Fire just doesn't look good anymore in movies most of the time.
They just don't got it.
It's very hard to generate fire.
It's especially bad when it's like the villain's end.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be this like great, powerful thing. And like when there's like a cool flame tornado was cool. I like that.
Yeah, that was nice.
But like him slowly burning away in the sun.
Yeah.
It's like, well, none of this is real.
Yeah.
And none of it looks even a little real.
None of it looks, yeah, exactly.
In a movie full of things that were real.
And I think this is a problem in a lot of horror movies that are based on like I mean, mainly vampire. Like the sun comes up and everything's okay. Mm-hmm. It's like suddenly it is daytime, and that is always weird to me.
Yes,
it's like, and the vampires are 0% aware that it is becoming daylight, the thing that kills them.
Yeah,
and you're like, why would they continue to drag this out? Like, the sun's coming.
I would go home.
Yeah, and then like, there's always stuff like how in the hell did Michael Smoke sneak up? There's like 40 vampires.
40 vampires. He's like sloshing through a lake.
In the water. It was a little just like this. I don't understand this part at all. It's stuff like that where it's just like things are just happening. Where I was like, I don't really get how that happened, but I guess I'll suspend my disbelief for that one. I mean, I'm suspending a bunch of vampires, singing in the South. And,
I had a really dumb thought, but I thought for some reason that Preacher Boy was going to bless the water.
Oh, that would have been fun.
And so the vampire would be in holy water and he would melt.
That's a fun idea.
I was like, that'd be pretty fucking cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But it didn't do that.
It didn't do that.
So I just thought, like, Remick had been a great vampire.
Yeah.
And, like, a cool villain, and also, like, a sneaky villain, because, like, there's something there, as there often is with vampirism, there's, like, something alluring about his ideas.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Even though he probably is... pretty self-serving.
It does seem that way.
But for the end to be sort of like, okay, well, I guess he's fake burning.
Yeah, I guess he's,
I guess his fake skin is fake burning because of the fake sun that's hitting him.
And there was, like, no, like, goodbye line. It was just like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
And the whole thing's over. It's like a little... And I also thought the movie suffered from, like, adding too much. Like, it was like, okay, it's over. Oh, no, there's a whole nother plot point, which I love seeing KKK members being shot, but it was like, okay, we're adding this. Oh, we're back at the church, which to me, I kind of feel like they should have just not opened with that. Like, cut that out of the beginning.
We basically never need that scene ever again. The scene from the end that starts the movie.
I don't like that ever. Like, I'm like, I don't want to know who survived the night. No. Like, I want to just go. I'm like, why? I don't ever get the choice. Like, it makes no sense to me.
I have often dreamt of, like, starting a movie like that, but then the character who looks like he's going to live dies.
That is nice. That's so you're just a good like, trick.
Well, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, wait. Oh,
what I thought is this movie?
Yeah, like where the beginning is not quite the end. Like, it's...
Yeah.
That is nice.
No, I mean he dies in a time that is before the time
they just
that is
completely
portrayed.
Lie. That's hilarious.
Yeah, the beginning is just a complete lie.
It's like Mystique from X-Men somehow.
3 years earlier.
Yeah, 3 years earlier.
And then it's 2 weeks later and he gets killed.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I was very thrown off when it just goes 1 day earlier. I was like, oh, damn. I was like, well, that sucks. Yeah.
Shit.
I also thought end credits scene, fun little thing, but still could have been cut down. It was like too many extra things we're adding here. Let's just...
It definitely had Return of the King syndrome.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Just like, I really enjoyed, like, as I said, I really enjoyed the whole shooting the KKK and the kind of fact that Smoke got this beautiful little moment at the end.
Yes.
And for me, that should have been the end.
Yeah, I think it would have been a nice...
It's a great ending.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
And the thing with, like, an end credits and a mid credits is that it, like, tries to skirt the rules of that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, that's the ending, and this is like an extra little thing. But that's not how it feels.
No, not when they're adding story.
It feels like the thing at the end is the thing at the end.
Yeah.
That's the ending, because that's the last thing I saw.
And it was also weird that he's like, I'm the last day I saw my brother. I'm like, but you, I mean, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. He did die right there. Never mind. I was like...
But it is kind of your fault.
Yeah.
You could have told everybody to stop, or you could have fought them.
Help them out. Anyway.
Do you have any other things to say about this film, Sinners?
I think that's all. I thought pretty fun for an original,
I had a really good time.
I had a good time, yeah.
I had a really good time.
It was a good time.
Great. But we may or may not have watched other movies. Which brings us to a segment called Panda Express presents Express Yourself about the movies you watched this week. Play that theme song.
It's time for the Panda Express. We got some things to express about the things we watched this week.
Did you watch anything else this week?
I did. I watched a bizarre action comedy Indonesian film called The Big Four. Which, big surprise, is on Netflix. They always have these random weird movies. It was fun. A very odd mix of like really goofy and then suddenly just like the most insane, just like blood, people getting their heads blown off, and you're like, whoa, the tone is like kind of crazy.
They like that kind of thing. And basically like, anywhere but America likes that kind of thing.
And
India
just like
India and Indonesia and Korea.
Would do like randomly vile, like nasty, like just like spitting and throwing up, and you're like, oh god, like this is just so gross. But it was fun. Way too long. It was like 2 hours and 21 minutes, and I was like, all right,
that's.
Cut it out.
They're all too long.
But it had some fun stuff. But that's what I watched.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of movies this week because I was on vacation.
Oh, nice.
But I'll tell you about two.
Tell me about them.
One was The Ugly Stepsister, which is like a new, I think, Danish movie.
Okay.
That looks to be in theaters for a little bit longer, so hopefully it's still out there when you are listening. Yeah. Excuse me. And it is a retelling of the Cinderella story.
Okay.
From the Ugly Stepsisters. It's just about the ugly stepsister.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
But it's like incredibly gross. It's I would say also way too long. But quite interesting. Mm-hmm. And definitely two of the grossest scenes I've seen in many years in a movie.
Dang, okay.
Like there's one really extended vomiting scene that like was literally wretched. I was like, oh, this is fucking horrible. Like it was like really they nailed how disgusting it was. So great, good job to them. And there was one that I hesitate to even talk about because it was so brutal.
Oh god.
But there was like a scene where they were sewing fake eyelashes onto the lower eyelids of the ugly stepsister.
Oh my god.
And it was some of the like most powerful visceral effects work I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, as I was watching it, I was like, well, it looks like they're just literally sewing that to her eyeball. I mean, not to her eyeball, but to her eyelids. It's fucking insane.
Terrifying.
Cool. Good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, doing some shit that I did not expect.
Exactly.
That movie is much yuckier and much more gross than I thought it would be. So, good.
Nice.
It's a Shudder movie, so it will probably be on Shudder as well if you're one of those Shudder people. Mm-hmm. I also saw
tell me.
Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, yes, I saw that in the theater. I went, wow, they brought it back.
They've re-released it. Have you seen this movie?
I've never seen it.
If you have a chance, Michael, Jesus Christ, it's good.
Really? Okay.
It's fucking amazing.
I never
mean, it's awesome.
Okay.
It's really beautiful. Very romantic. The lots of just like every actor is an actor.
Okay,
like,
I love it.
Every person in the movie is like, oh, cool. That's that person.
They act.
But there's this one. Since you haven't seen it, I won't spoil anything.
Oh, yes.
But there's this one very important moment near the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. And one of our characters is basically just approaching us. And it's like the kind of blue of early morning. Very misty. And when the character shows up and is like walking across this little kind of misty field, it's like, wow, this looks like $1 billion. It's so cool looking.
That's awesome.
And, like, this is an important scene, and they have made something that looks important.
That's
like,
awesome,
oh, shit, this is happening right now.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is happening. Oh, fuck, yeah.
Everything.
So, if you are in the mood to have your heartstrings plucked...
Yeah, I love heartstrings.
Check it out. I think it just really kicks ass.
I love it.
I was like... Also, it was cool because... this is not in a creepy way, but an interesting way. It was basically like me and 95 women, and they were freaking out.
That's awesome.
It was like fucking chicken jockey for these women. Like anytime, like there's like a moment when there's like a first romantic touch of the hand when they hold hands, and like the women were like, yeah, like shriek. It was really, really cool.
That's hilarious.
They were like fucking going Rocky Horror.
I love that.
They were just having such a good time. It was really good.
That makes me happy.
Check it out.
We'll check it out. See Pride and Prejudice.
There's like a million movies coming out next week, so tweet at us at FoodCourtCast. Let us know what you want us to watch. We'll watch fucking anything. We're stupid.
We love movies, okay? Cinema.
We'll watch a movie like Sinners, which is good, and we'll watch a movie like Minecraft, which is not that good.
Not that, yeah.
we'll watch a movie that's better than Sinners. If that comes out this year, we'll see. We'll watch something much worse than Minecraft, which is possible.
It is possible. You never know.
I'm not hopeful. I'm hoping that it is not going to happen.
Please don't happen.
So tweet at us at FoodCourtCast. Let us know. Write us a review. Tell a friend, please. I know people who are listening. Why haven't you told a friend? I'm not going to name you. Just know that I know that you're listening.
Yeah.
Tell a friend right fucking now.
Please. Know. Yeah,
please tell a friend. Give us 5 stars.
Give us
5 stars.
Apple Music. Spotify.
Mampy, it's been such a pleasure. Oh, also, don't forget, just one last time, if you want some Magic Mind,
please,
you can go to magicmind.com/FCLT20. You get 20% off. Sometimes, lately, they've been running these like 40% off crazy specials. So just take a look, follow them on the socials, and maybe you can get an even insane discount. We love it.
You never know.
So thank you, Mampy, so much for doing this podcast.
You.
It's been such a pleasure.
Such a delight.
And on behalf of you, Mampy Hikes, I'm Sean Parrott saying to all the folks out there, bon appetit.